I am honestly both sad and happy about everything that I have to mention for this channel's update. And of course, I can tell you, it might be a long video, might be very long. I expect to have this at least to be 15 minutes, only because, well, you'll see by the end of the video. At least when we get to the good news, because I'm about to bring up the sad news. Yes, it's always good to bring up sad news before bringing up the good news, only because, well, let's put it this way. If I was to bring up sad news after bringing up good news, then you might be thinking I'm just a guy that likes to bring up bad things all the time. Then no, I'm not that kind of person. I always bring up bad news before good news, only because I don't like to have it held up in my mind afterwards. That way you don't leave on a bad mind. Let's put it that way. So, sad news update number 1 of 2. So, apparently March 10, which I think was a Saturday. Yeah, it was a Saturday. My aunt, she had died in the morning. It was due to, health conditions. Well, not really. I can't say health conditions, health failures. Let's put it that way. I'm not going to mention what, only because of, well, privacy reasons. I don't think that I would ever want to mention about how a family member died. Even though people would deserve to know, I try to keep it as private and personal as possible. That way I don't try to get things spammed at me for just even mentioning it. So you might be wondering, how do I feel about the entire situation? I honestly did feel a little sad here and there. I mean, I was close with her. That is understandable. It's always horrible to lose somebody that you were always close to. Frown. That's something I usually say, frown. But don't worry, I do feel better. It's been about 17 days. The recording of this is at March 27, like around 9:40 p.m. I'm just estimating the time. I don't really know what time it is, but it's somewhere around that. And, yeah. Update number 2 of 2 in the sad news section. My LaserJet printer/scanner cannot seem to print or scan. Well, it still prints good. Don't worry about the printer. It just cannot, for the life of it, scan a paper. It can't do a simple job such as scan a paper, then create a file of that scan onto a computer. For some reason, it just will not do that. I don't know why it can't do it. I mean, my old Windows 95 scanner still works. My old Windows 98 scanner still works, but they don't work with Windows 7. They don't work with Windows 8 either. Yes, I've checked the Windows 8 consumer preview. It doesn't work. It's a hassle. It is a major hassle to get scanners to actually work. I cannot for the life of me get it. Why can't I? I don't know. I honestly do not know whatsoever. So sadly, this means that you will not be able to see my artwork for a very long time. Unless if you've met me in person and you can, for any reason, visit my house and feel free to take a look. I don't usually allow visitors, but hey, if you're going to be here to just see some artwork, then hey, come over. I'll show you some art. No pun intended, obviously. I'm not that kind of guy. Okay, so now it's time for the good news. The good news is... So with the uploading of about 44 videos to this channel before this one, it's exactly 44 actually, I now have the ability to upload videos that are longer than 15 minutes, which might explain why this video might be longer than 15:30. Because apparently YouTube, it depends on your data capacity, like your video size. Even if it's too big, if it's within 15 minutes and 30 seconds, you can upload a normal video. But hey, I've got the 15 plus limit minute. Did I really just say that? I'm looking at the computer in back of me, and yeah, I've got commenters saying yes. I have a mini database on my old FreeWebs account, which I'm actually going to be taking down in a few minutes, only because the channel will be no longer used. I'm making a new one in a few months. Like, come around June, I'll have an update on that. So, yeah, FreeWeb's channel will be made soon enough. But, yeah, I can now upload videos that are longer than 15 minutes, which also can explain why I might end up having a few act videos here and there. I might also do a thing on Rokkumeadow comms, possibly for, like, my school also had this kind of music thing during, I think it was like Tuesday or Thursday or whatever of last week. I might end up doing a commentary on it with like 6 people. So, yeah, I'll have the raw video obviously on this channel, but then again, I don't know exactly when I'll be able to get that up. I'll mention it to you when I get the chance, though. Okay, so 15-minute upload has been changed to unlimited. This is the first update. Second one, music. Definitely music. Now, I know a lot of things on this channel is a bit different than I would have expected to, but yes, I am well aware that I have a lot of, if I can put it this way, I have a lot of Speed Dust Factory music. Well, I've actually found another Speed Dust Factory track in Marky Jester's musical archive, which, surprisingly enough, I was able to make another remake out of. And that one, within itself, is 16 plus minutes long. Now, if you do, in fact, want to hear that one, I will, in fact, upload it to Rokkumeadow, only because it goes under the video gaming category. And though this channel, yes, does mention that Rockwood Arts does have video game projects, these video game projects might be put to another channel, but then again, it's only for personal video game projects only. Video game music will not be on this channel. Keep in mind, because Speed Dust Factory is a video game track, I have to have it on the Rokkumeadow channel, since Rokkumeadow is strictly for video gaming in particular. Well, aside from the many other things that I have on there, but I digress. Update number 3, story writing. Yes, I've gone back into story writing. So, my most recent installment in terms of, like, a writing thing would pretty much be something that I would like to call True Lovers and Royal Love, which was originally run by somebody known as Crossmore of Team Jewel. Now, Team Jewel does not exist anymore. They existed from 2000 to 2011? Yeah, 2000 to 2011. And it's sadly only because the one that ran it, Crossmore, long story, he became a she and then she died. I don't know how she died though, so I can't explain that. It's a part of the sad news as well, but then again, but yeah, she made a series called True Lovers, which was a thing from 2006 to 2008, and then 2009 to 2011. Like, she had 2 different series, but they were both based off of, like, her own life. It was an autobiography within herself, which I don't understand why she would make a love story autobiography of herself, because she was pretty much one of the most romantic people I've ever met. Well, aside from myself, I'm one of the most romantic people I've ever met. Don't get me wrong, I am a very romantic person. Trust me, I am. I may not sound like it, but underneath all this underneath all my intelligence, underneath all of my ability, deep inside, I am one of the most romantic people you'll ever meet. But yeah, so she had 2 series of True Lovers, and those 2 series, somehow in the Team Jewel archives, I can't find them. Which means that anything that happened between 2006 and 2011, from the time that she made it to the point that she died, I don't have any records of this. So sadly, I can't show off any of that material, but I have made something known as Royal Love, which, if you've already noticed, Royal Love is actually the poem series that I have. But Royal Love is also a storytelling series, which I actually am sorry that I never mentioned this to any of you. But yes, I have stories on here, and these stories, trust me, you will love. So soon enough I'll get them on the channel, and yeah. So the first story that I will be uploading for the True Lovers and Royal Love series, whenever I decide to upload it, will be the 4.5 years and 4.5 pages story, which basically is a rehashing of everything that has happened to me within the past 4.5 years, abridged to a point that it's short enough for a school project I'm doing. It's actually for a writing assignment that I have to get done on April 4. Not April Fool's, April 4. But yeah. I'll explain what 4.5 years and 4.5 pages is on the actual video. I'm not going to do it on here, obviously, only because, I mean, this is an update video. I can't spoil everything in an update video, right? There's no reason to spoil stuff in an update video. Excuse me, my throat sort of went out for a second. But, yeah. It's not always good to spoil everything in an update video. An update video is pretty much made so that people know what's going on. That's basically what it's made for. It's not made for pretty much anything else. Unless if there are reasons for that, then okay. But, you know. Ow. Yes, I'm also a bit sick. I'll be okay, though. I always get better in a matter of days, and if not days, then weeks, and if in not weeks, then in less than 30 days. Because I'm never usually sick for more than a month. Yeah. Also, there are some new things I might as well mention. I mean, I do have a whole bunch of people doing acting now. But then again, I don't know when I'll be able to do any kind of, like, acting videos with them. I guess this goes under Update 4, acting. Again, I do not know when I'll be able to get a hold of them. I do know for a fact that they do have a lot of spare time in the summer, so probably in June, July, or August, we might end up meeting up so we could do some acting recordings. I don't know how that'll work, but definitely if we get the people around, if we can get our recordings done in time, then hey, you might end up getting an acting video that's like 30 minutes long by the end of the summer. And now I'm only saying that it's a possibility that it might happen. I'm not sure right now. It may or may not happen. I'll continue to update that as June comes by, and after I start going into summer vacation, which thank God I don't have to really work. Yes, I don't do summer jobs, and the reason why I don't do summer jobs is because it takes a lot of time away from me doing recording stuff. Needless to add, I also am studying a horrid lot of pre-calc, because I'll be taking calculus during senior year. Yes, I'm a junior. Despite how I sound, I'm a junior. And I won't lie, it is a bit hard to be a junior. It's hard when you have a lot of troubles. You're talking to a guy that because of his teacher's grading system, he ended up getting 2 F's in Algebra 2 when he really didn't deserve it. He deserved a C. He got a lot of good grades in tests and homework, so why not get a C? Not a way that certain teachers work on grades. And pretty much the last update, Update 5, personal matters. So, will there be anything new on my personal ground? Well, aside from the fact that I do have a lot of schoolwork to deal with, the actual only real good time that I might be able to get stuff up might be during the week of spring break. And the week of spring break, this time around, is the 14th, April 14th to April what is it? April 14 to April 21. Or is it 22? Yeah, April 22, sorry. So during that time, I will actually do a few things that I probably might have not expected to do before. I might end up... I'll do the one-man show project that I had planned on doing since November. I never mentioned it because I wanted to save that as a surprise, so hope you're surprised. I do a lot of one-man show stuff. You'd be baffled by what I do in the theater. I'm currently in Theater Arts 3, if you're wondering. I don't know what the one-man show will be about, but it will be fun, it will be glorious, and hopefully it will be up by spring break. But with finals coming up in June, with prom coming up in late April, I will have to be doing a lot of stuff, so just to get prepared, like, I already have my I own a tuxedo, three and a half years old, and it still fits me. My height hasn't really changed. I probably went from, like, 5'4" to 5'8" in a matter of, like, the time that I was in 8th grade to now. And afterwards, after that, money is still a factor. I actually found out that the tickets for junior prom are $60. Yes, $60 to go to a prom in my town. That is a bargain. That is a bargain in my town. You do not know how good or how bad junior prom might cost here and there. Junior prom, I know for a fact, like, if I was in Boston, my junior prom would probably cost about $115. And it's only because, like, I don't think, like, the school not the school committee, student councils for each class, they don't usually make a lot of money depending on the cities. Like, I'm in Lynn, Mass. So, I mean, a lot of stuff in Lynn is pretty expensive. Don't get me wrong. Boston is less expensive than Lynn is. And the things I see here in Lynn, I would never expect a prom ticket to be $60. I would at least expect $85 or $90, but never $60. And also, on top of that, yesterday I went to something known as Parent Prom Night, which pretty much you or your parent goes to the school. If you sign in or whatever, you stay there for like the hour and 15-minute presentation that they give you about drunk driving awareness and alcohol abuse. You then get this $20 coupon, which you can use to get $20 off of your prom ticket. For me, that means I can only have to pay $40 for my prom ticket, which actually, thank God and the system, because I might finally be able to go to PAX East 2012, which I actually intended on going to that. So I finally might be able to meet Ted. If you don't know who Ted is, he's in the description. So yeah, I don't know if money will still be a factor. I actually already have $61 already prepared, and it's $35 to go to PAX East. But then again, I've got about like $40 in change. I'll go to the penny arcade one day and just just dump the pennies in the little thing and convert it into money. I don't even know if they still have those anymore. Do they still have penny arcades? Anybody? Raise your hands. Comment. But yeah, that'll be fun. I will love going to the prom. I'll love going to PAX East. Everything's falling into place. Finally falling into place. If there's anything else that's going on, I will definitely keep you informed. I don't expect to have any other updates, at least for now anyways, because I don't know when I'll be able to plan this out or whatever. But hey, it's March 27th. It was just a good day to update. Yeah. That's my excuse. What's yours? So anywho, I am Roya, and I shall see you for when I upload True Lovers and Roya Love, 4.5 years and 4.5 pages. So, see you then. Oh, and Ted, if you're watching this either before or even after PAX East 2012, just know that if I didn't get the chance to meet you during that time, I still want to keep in touch with you because, well, we're both commentators. We run our different commentary channels, and I've got this. And I feel that us commentators need to stick together. So, yeah. I'm a follower of you on Twitter, so wouldn't be that hard to find me, Rokkumeadow. And also, update to the other people. There will be a Rokkumeadow Twitter, but that'll be for a long time. So, like I said, if you want to still keep in touch, then just let me know. Any toodles.